We just wrapped up an entire decade and 2019 just got done. It's 2020. 2019 was an interesting year. I think for me personally, one of the best years of my entire life. I think I've grown a lot as a person in 2019. I had a lot of successes. I learned a lot about myself, and I think most importantly, I challenged myself a lot as a person to overcome my fears and to try new things. 2019 truly was the year that I tried the most things. So anyway, I created this little video, one, because I love just making videos, two, to just kind of have something to remember when the next decade rolls around. So I hope y'all enjoy it. But let's start off with January. So January, I started January 1st, 2019 with my very first female captain, and it was one of the best flights of my life. I got to fly to Merida, Mexico with her, and it was my first time flying over the Caribbean waters. They were beautiful and blue. That was definitely a trip to start off this amazing year. I already knew that 2019 was going to be a powerful year once that trip happened. The end of January was my last month of reserve in Chicago. And at the end of the month, I took a trip to Hawaii with my family for 5 days, and it was the first trip that we've taken together, or the first big trip we've taken together as a family since we all moved from Thailand back in 2002. So that was huge for me and my family. It was so much fun. We had so much pineapple. It was great. 10 out of 10 recommend. And after we came back from there in February, I moved back to Columbus to be based out of there, and I finally got a line, and I got to actually model for my airline, which was great and unexpected, but I met some beautiful people along the way, and it was a very fun experience for me. And then moving on to March, I got to go to my third Women in Aviation International Conference in Long Beach, California. One of the keynote speakers was Captain Tammy Jo Schultz, and listening to her was just one of the most incredible experiences that I was lucky enough to have. April, flew out to the west side of this country, a lot of mountainous terrain, just so lucky to be able to fly over some of the things that I fly and see some of the things that I see. And then May rolled around and I turned a quarter century old, and I was lucky enough to celebrate that with some of my best friends in Costa Rica for a couple of days. Costa Rica was a blast. Drove through some shady streets, but we made it, and got to swim and play in natural hot springs, which was just a lot of fun. Ate tons of good food. Then I did something that I've wanted to do for years now, which I knew that I've always wanted to do some sort of martial arts, and I finally decided on jiu-jitsu just a couple years ago. I knew I wanted to do it, but I was like, I don't have time, I don't have money. And then I was like, you know what, G, you got time and you got money. So I finally signed up for my very first intro lesson. I called it an intro lesson, but I was like, listen, I'm gonna be here. Here's my credit card, take it. And joined the best gym, had the best instructor, met the best people through it, and I truly cannot be happier. I think jiu-jitsu's taught me so much about myself and the strength that I have and the strength that other people have, and I think just the power of hard work. It's really humbling to be terrible at something all over again, and I love that. I love working hard towards a new goal. In May, I also got to witness my wonderful sister and brother-in-law graduate from medical school, which was one of the best feelings I think I've ever experienced, because they are the most hardworking people and they deserve this more than anybody. It was such an honor to be there with them in their ceremony. And then in June and July, I got to do a bunch of flying over the best places. I was overnighting in beaches and just flying with the best captains that I could ever imagine of, had the best flight attendants, learned a lot about what kind of captain I want to be, learned about what kind of captain I don't want to be. Then August rolled around and I had to do my very first recurrent with my airline, which basically means you have to get retrained and pass. And I did, and it was great. And then I got to go to San Francisco, and I actually got to hike in Yosemite, which has been a bucket list item of mine with my family. It was amazing. I loved it. These are the moments that I live for. And then after I came back from there, I went to Puerto Rico with my very best friend, and it was the 5-6 days of just pure paradise and lots of fun. Had the best mofongos and cortados, and I just cannot wait to go back so that Anam can lose a couple more left shoes. This is an inside joke. And hopefully the next time we go, we will not be losing our rental car. That would be great. 10 out of 10 would do it again. Puerto Rico is truly one of the best places I've ever been. That vacation was just phenomenal. I highly recommend everybody to go there. And then August ended and September started, and I went to Universal Studios for the very first time, and it was amazing. I got to be in the Harry Potter world in Florida. It's just the most fun I've ever had. I rode my very first roller coaster. It was wild. I don't know why I ever was scared of them, but 2019 is the year of trying new things. And then I got my very first tattoo, 2 tattoos the very same day with my sister and my brother-in-law. And it's something that I've wanted for a long time. Phases of the moon with my tiny little Cessna, because I'm obsessed with the moon if you know anything about me. And it's where my best memories were made as a flight instructor, flying around those things, you know. And a lavender, which is my favorite plant slash flower. Some other awesome things that happened in September was that I got to be a part of tons of weddings, and I absolutely love weddings and dancing, and just got to be a part of a lot of special close friends' weddings. My best friend got proposed to, and I can't wait for her wedding in 2020. I also went to my very first ball game, How American of Me. Shout out to my brother-in-law for dragging my sister and I to that. And then October rolls around and my sister turns dirty 30, and it is also my mom's birthday, and I get to celebrate that. And life is good, you know, flying again to just the coolest places. Oh, and this is also when I got my 4 wisdom teeth removed and apparently put on quite a show for my family. So you're welcome for always making you laugh. And then November, I went to London, wrapping up, you know, just end of the year traveling, and just ate not very good food there, but saw a lot of cool things. And when I came back from London, I actually got to go to my very first MMA fight. My jiu-jitsu coach was courting one of the fights, and he was kind enough to take Anam and I. Thank you, Brian. And it was awesome. I had the time of my life, and hopefully one day I'll actually get to go to a UFC fight. It'd be great. As December came around, you know, I really took it back. I think that it was truly the year of just learning a lot about yourself. I tried so many things, tried new food, tried roller coasters, got a tattoo, tried how to learn the guitar. Just so many fears overcame. I went ice skating for the very first time in Campus Martius in December, and that was a lot of fun. There's just so many things. I'm so grateful of all the people that I met who taught me so much, were so kind to me, were so helpful. You guys all know who you are. And I think that I need to carry this energy into 2020, because I think that it was the year where I thought something and I was like, I'm gonna do this, and I did it. So 2020, want to learn a lot of new things, want to travel a lot, eat a lot of good food, get in the best shape that I possibly can be for my health and just overall fitness, and just be happy and love my family and my friends. And I hope good vibes are all around you. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. 2020 is gonna be our year.